Okay, hi, welcome to Kids Drawing Club.
What are we drawing today?
Today we'll be drawing mummies today, and if you want to see more Halloween videos, you can go check some more, and you'll find other Halloween things like vampires and ghosts and zombies, Frankenstein, all that stuff. So, to get started on your mummy, you want to draw just the right size circle in the center of your paper. Can you draw a circle in the center of your paper?
Yeah, but where do you know?
Over here. Let's try that. So after you draw a circle,
It's way too big.
here, look, just turn it around, okay? Turn around. Okay. Then you're gonna draw sort of like a small mask right there in the very corner. Just like that. And then we're gonna leave two little spaces right in there. Two little circles. We're gonna put the spaces that are not filled with eye, we're gonna color it black. If you filled in all of it and there's no room for black, that's okay. Mummies are all different shapes and sizes. They're dead people. You can make them however you want. This is just a practice video for beginners. So then we're gonna add no mouth because mummies are dead. Well, anyway, they're not real. So we're gonna put just like a oval right there, just like that. See, my brother's, it's a little lumpy. It's good because, you know, he's smaller and they might look a little different. So it's okay if your partner's or your friend's looks a little different or yours doesn't look like mine. And then if you want your mummy's arms to be hanging out straight, follow my lead. If you want them to be hanging out sideways, you can do the same. You can do that however you want. So if you want them hanging out straight, you're gonna put a line about to right there and copy it under, just like that. Right there. And then if you want them to be hanging out straight, for the other arm, you're gonna close that up just to start that, and then you're gonna put the same thing, but just right here, attached to the line. Connect those, and you have your mummy's arms. To start with the hands, mummy's hands are sort of droopy. So I usually just draw circle hands, but today I'm gonna face my fears and draw fingered hands. It might turn out to look terrible, but it's okay. So what I'm gonna do is draw little spaces for my fingers, like this. And then I'm gonna make my fingers drooping. They look like claws, but it's okay. They look like claws, but it's okay. Same thing on the other side. You can do whatever droopy hand thing you want. Like that.
buddy. It's over by the books.
Okay, so to make our mummy's legs, if you want to make it a little interesting, you can make like I'm gonna not make it interesting, but well, I might, but well, I will. So if you want to make it interesting, you can put a circle, then go for your leg. Just like that. And then for the other side, and if you're a beginner and you can't keep up, you can pause the video if I'm going a little too fast for you. But if you're a pretty good drawer already and you just need a little couple tips, you don't have to. So after, we're not going to color it in like usual, but because it's a mummy, it's blank and white. We're just going to do green dots for the eyes. So we're not going to fast forward it today. So beginners have help. So then when you're done drawing your mummy's legs, if you draw it a little too much down and you don't have room for the feet, like I did, it's okay. But before we start, we'll move on. Just to separate your legs from your feet, like shoes, sort of, you're gonna make a little line across. And then we're gonna put, well, what's a mummy? A mummy without bandages. We might fast forward, but if you need to, we're not going to today, so you know where to put things. So if you want it to go crazy, just pause the video, do your own bandages, but I'd rather not. So, especially if you're a beginner, you're gonna make a line right there. From the head to the eyes. And then use the other one to go right across and connect that to the other side. And then we're gonna make another curvy one right there. And some more. So as you notice, I'm making less stripes, like little tiny amounts of stripes, but they're turning into more because there's little gaps in the middles. So that's what I'm trying to get. See, as I add more and more stripes, it becomes more and more stripe full. Now, if you want to make it cool and deathly, you can add scars, blood, whatever you want to make it look more dead and Halloween-y. But if not, and you're like a youngster, you might be a little scared. You don't have to. So, as you know what I'm doing, you can pause the video and make stripes, but I'm not going to. You can do that on your own. So, we're just going to keep going. So, a couple tips for drawing is you want to keep your eye on what you're doing. Don't focus on anything else. And you always want to be drawing in quiet. If you're drawing out loud or something, your brain's going to act crazy and know which one do I focus on. So you got to be drawing in silence. And you have to be drawing with the right hand if you want to make it look well. So when I talked about making it scary and stuff, I'm going to do that. If the youngsters that are drawing or don't want to be scared, they can turn it off and you can have your mummy done. But if you're a bigger kid, like I said, if you just need some drawing tips, then you can go along. So I'm going to go get our colors for me and my little brother. I'll be right back. Well, my brother is finishing up his stripes. I'm gonna get to work on my mummy. So like I said, green eyes. I said I was gonna make it deadly, so I'm putting red eyes. So what I mean by scars is if you're using gray or something like that. I'm already using black, so I'm just gonna press down a little hard. If you're using gray, probably go get black, and because you want the scars to be more showable, like you can see it. So I'm just pressing down really hard. And I'm making blood drips. So if the youngsters don't like it, then they can stop. But if they don't want to, prepare it. Because it might get creepy. So I made my scars. You can't really see them right now. But once I color them in red, you're going to see them a lot better. So in my opinion, when you color over something, it makes it look different, like cooler. So when you get like a light green or something like a light green, and you color over top of this red, like this actual red, then it makes it look like darker and older, rusty, like they've been there for a long time. So that's what I'm gonna do. If you don't want to and you want to make it look new, or just don't want to do it, you don't have to. And when you're making blood, you know how you don't want to get out of the lines. That's my saying. You don't get out of the lines, or else it's gonna look like you didn't spend your time or anything like that. So I like to stay in the lines, but when you're drawing blood, never stay in the lines. If you want to make it deathly, never stay in the lines. See, I'm literally just smearing all over. Never stay in the lines, people. Don't stay in the lines. Okay, I'm gonna go get our light green. If you want to make it rusty too, go get a light green. Have some fun. So I got my light green. It looks a little dark out on the outside, but it's pretty light. See, when I color over it, it gets just all rusty and old looking. So you might see green coming out and spilling. Like, you want to stay in, don't stay in, never stay in the lines, like I said. Never stay in guts. Green guts. Like I said, never stay in the lines when you're drawing something spooky. Never. It's always better to draw out of the lines when you're making something spooky. It's always better. Okay, so after we're done with this, I'm just gonna show you a couple other pictures that you might see later on in other videos, like our first one. So while my brother's finishing up, you might see this one, our vampire video. You're gonna see lots of different vampire videos. Those are pretty popular, so lots of vampires. The ghost one is only about 3 seconds of a video. It's a short, good one for little kids. And I think you guys will love it. My favorite one is our baby Frankenstein video. It's amazing and cute. So I think you have a happy time watching our videos. Happy Halloween.